Before I begin, I would like to dedicate this video to the late great Dr. Inambari Mzulu, who was the LA Black Book Expo's executive director for the first 2 years of the expo before I took it over starting in 2007 all the way until 2014, which is 10 years ago. To his friends and family members, those who knew him well, I hope that his work in the diaspora will continue, even though he's not with us anymore. He was such a great man, a good man to talk with, humble, and very appreciative of the work that when I took over the expo, tried to do, and I'm very grateful to have known him, and will always remember him, as I hope those of you who knew him well would always remember him too. Great, great, great person. And I say this to go into the next discussion I'm going to. This is the main one here. I have decided, as of last week, to take over as director of the AC Bilbrew Library's Writers Workshop. The Writers Workshop is a group that was started by Mr. Odie Hawkins, who was formerly of the Watts Writers Workshop, a well-known group of writers and authors in the LA area that started from the Watts Rebellion back in the 60s and had expressed their voices and the concerns through the written word about what is to happen in the community and for the future. And I wouldn't say that the Bilbrew Writers Workshop has reached the level of legendary status as the Watts Writers Workshop, but we're going to work to get there. All I can just say is that I hope I'm not name dropping Odie's name, but he started it, and this is a kind of juxtaposition with the Writers Workshop lectures that I was performing or doing at the time. And I think in 2011, that's when I first heard of it, when he started to talk to me about this, and I didn't know that he was starting the other workshop. I just thought he wanted to talk about that, but I didn't know. If I did, it's been so long, my memory's not that great right now. So he was the first director of the Writers Workshop, and a young lady named Patricia Forte took over when Odie decided to step down, and she was the one who recently introduced me, or introduced the idea of the concept of me becoming the director, because they felt my background of doing the Writers Workshops in the library, that I could be an effective voice and leader for the group, which I don't mind at all. In fact, let me take this opportunity to share with you that the group has already published their first anthology. It's an ebook, and hopefully at the down below I'll be able to share the link with you so that you may be able to take a look for yourself and hope to support the group that way. That's all I can say. But my thoughts and my feelings about accepting this role as a director now after all my years with the LA Black Book Expo, well, it's different. This is not an event that I'm taking over. This is merely a group of authors, aspiring new authors, or just veteran authors like Odie and his wife, that I would just say that basically have the knowledge and know-how and the desire to get their names out there and be published, and of course get the word out about their works and about themselves. And all I can just tell you is that when I was asked to run the group, I couldn't pass up the opportunity. I had to take advantage of that, because I really want to help these individuals. I've grown to know each and every one of the workshop members, and they're good people. They're good people, and if there's any way that I can help them out and advance our group and to make our group better than it is now, then I'm all for it. I'm do my best to make sure that the group is well known, especially since my experience of running the expo and encountering and dealing with as many people as I have in the city. Now, of course, during this time, I was in Northern California too, for those of you who want a little trivia. And so I kind of went back and forth from LA to the Bay Area most of those times to keep in touch and continue to run in the expo at the same time and do the workshops down here, but at the same time also take care of business up there. Um, but I'm now back in LA proper. I'm back in my old neighborhood and back helping out the library's writers workshop, which I think is going to be a great thing. I hope to have some events set up. I'm looking forward, and I've already introduced the idea of a writers forum. It's something I've done with the LA Black Book Expo when we were in Barnes Noble in the Grove all those years ago, and set up a workshop. And I was a moderator. If you've seen my videos before, you know I was a moderator for the He Said, She Said relationship forum that was held at the Karash Uni Center back in 2007. And also, I was a moderator for the Writers Spotlight for the LABBX back in 2009. That's also on this channel if you'd like to watch, or if you're watching the Bilbrew channel, I will have that posted as well at a later date. But I would say that I like to do forums like that involving the workshop members to kind of get the ideas about technology. You know, AI is becoming now a more and more of a presence in the writing community, and I invite each and every one of you to take a look at the video I had with Empire Beat magazine to kind of figure out, and also watch for yourself as far as my thoughts and opinions about AI and in the role of the writing community. But I would like to ask questions in the forum from each of the workshop members about that, along with their experiences about how they got into the workshop, what are their goals, their dreams, their aspirations, and the future projects. So there's a lot that we can cover there, and there's a lot that I'm hoping that we can also do as a writers group, as a writers workshop, to serve the community. And those ideas will definitely come up in the future, and you'll definitely see it here on this platform if you're watching it on the Bilbrew Writers Workshop channel. Now, I would say that through my experience, I know there's going to be some highs, there's going to be some lows, there's going to be some good days and not so good days, but I am ready for that. And all I can just say is I'll just do my best to make sure that the Writers Workshop is a good group of people that are interested in writing. Based on my time in Northern California, I've encountered several writers workshops or several writers groups, and all I can just tell you is that they are very dedicated to helping and supporting each other, getting future projects as a group out. And that's the same thing I like to do with this group. Make sure that we have any projects that we're all together, we're all on the same page, and if not, we'll work it out together. But I would just say that writers are generally people with good ideas, and some ideas I like to push on other members of the group in a way that is kind of helpful to the group, not detrimental. But I just hope that what I can do to help the group become better will be good, and basically helping each and every one of us become better writers and authors as we move forward. So, to anyone out there that may be interested in becoming a workshop member, all I have to say is that you have to show me a rough draft of a manuscript that you're writing. You just can't say, I'm not working on this and working on that. You have to show me some proof that you are willing to become a writer or an author one day, because the group that you're joining are very determined to become writers and authors. And so we would need to make sure that you are on the same page with us. And if not, we will help you, but only if you are willing to be helped. Remember, ego has, and I can tell you from experience, ego has sunk many writers groups. And I don't want this group to be one where ego gets in the way, or one member is feeling that, hey, I'm feeling it better than the other members of the group. I want everyone to have a voice, everyone to have their opinions, and everyone to be known. Really, everyone to have their voices heard and to be known as the authors and writers that they are. But all I can just tell you is that that's my expectations of the writers group. So again, you heard it from the chat. You heard it from me. But I really hope that this will be a better experience than that the expo. Not that the expo was that terrible experience. It was a good experience, but I'm hoping that this Bilbrew Writers Workshop will be a better experience for everyone, not just myself, but the entire community, so that everyone in the community can feel that, hey, there's a group of writers out there that are writing about their experiences, enhancing the community and make it better. Because Lord knows we need writers groups to help with the community right now the way it is. It's going through so many changes and so many issues, but I really believe things will be on the upswing the more that we contribute and more that we add our stories into the narrative, which is South LA and beyond. So I hope I made some sense with this. I really am looking forward to leading the Writers Workshop and finding out what we all can do to make ourselves better as better authors and writers for the community. With that being said, I want to thank each and every one of you. You'll be hearing more about us soon on different platforms and in different sites. And until the next time, see you again and take care.